Hello, hi, my name is Jess Marie. Welcome to Yesterday's Coffee Grounds, where I have been sharing bits and pieces of my journey. Not so much with what I'm going to talk about today, but a lot of my struggle with sobriety and wanting to be sober but not knowing how to get there, as well as building a community around me. And I haven't actively been trying, but I want that so bad, to have people in my life who hold me accountable, to have people in my life who tell me what I need to hear and not always what I want to hear, and people who support me and I can support them, and who are cheerleaders for one another in our lives and have fun and don't have to just drink every time we hang out or anything like that. So those are some big ideas that I've been focusing on around in my life. Today I'm going to talk about consistency and mostly what it means for me right now at this transitional point in my life. And sometimes we are in a transition phase and we don't always know. One, we don't always know that we're in it. Two, maybe we recognize that we're in it, but we don't know when that phase is going to end. I don't know if that makes sense. Maybe like a way I would say it with men, like, you know that you're going into puberty when you were in whatever teenage year you were in. You don't know when that's going to end. You don't know when your voice and everything's going to settle, but you're going to have a pretty good idea. And sometimes maybe your voice will squeak a little bit, or things are out of balance down there and you're trying to figure that out. But you don't always know when that transition phase is over. Okay, I was clearly here, this all happened, and now I'm there. And that was just I don't know why that example came to my head. There's other transitional, I can't think of any other ones right now, but for me right now, my transition period in my life is going from being what I want to say, I shouldn't have that negative so dramatic of me, going from being, I guess, like a stay-at-home mom, and like, yes, I work and blah blah blah, but feeling like I'm building a community, feeling like, because I think of women who were stay-at-home moms, and before women were really involved in the full workforce and having the right to vote and having a sense of independence outside of the home, having a sense of character outside of the home, and having this pride and this sense of purpose outside of the home. And I thought for a long time, and my buddy told me, Jess, you're going to get over this. You're not going to want to be a trophy wife forever, blah, blah, blah. And he always told me that because I'm like, Dave, for my 19th birthday, I want to have a cocktail party. Jess, we're too young for this. Wait till you're 40. You can have a lot of fun. Let's get wasted. He's like, imagine the people who are going to be coming to your house. They are going to break shit. You know, we're 19 years old, right? And I'm like, no, it'll be fun. We'll spend like $300 on different alcohols. And he's like, Jess, it sounds great. It's not going to be how you want it to be. And he's always held me to that standard. We just live in different towns now that are significantly far away. It's hard to call every week and be on top of that, especially because a lot of my friends have moved so much. They're kind of all over the place. And I'm sure that's relatable. A lot of people, we live in a society where we're just so connected online that it's just, I don't know, that's the way it is. So I have been in this transitional period of being, I guess, a stay-at-home mom to, okay, I want to have a hobby. I want to have something that I can tell my son, you know what, it was hard and it was difficult, but I persevered and I did what I wanted to do for a brief moment of time. And especially because I wanted to have 2 kids close in age. I had my son, and I wanted another one in the first year, and it didn't, or the first, 2 years, and it didn't happen. I wanted to go back to back between diapers, potty training, all that stuff. Life has different plans for me, and I don't know if boxing is it, but I don't know what it is about boxing and the community that has been provided to me. I'm so grateful for this opportunity, and that's why I feel so strongly called to go down this path. And it's been 2 months of, you know what, I feel like I have a sense of purpose. I'm not just aimlessly running anymore or jogging. I have a purpose. Okay, I am doing this for cardio. I'm doing this for stamina. I'm doing this for endurance. I'm doing this for mindset, for grit. I don't particularly like running all the time. Sometimes, yeah, it feels great, but most of the time, no, I don't really want to run. My legs are like, no, we can walk and go the same distance, right? No, wrong. You can go farther while you run. So I have a purpose to run now. I have a purpose to get up in the morning before my son, and besides journaling and stretching and preparing food, I have a purpose of, no, you're doing this to prime yourself for the day. You're doing this so you can get all your things done, so when you have that moment, you have moments to train throughout the day. Doing my little slips and practicing a jab or hook. I love doing those, just a little pop, stuff like that, where I can incorporate that. I don't have to do a whole training session, but I can do little moments of that throughout the day. If I wake up and I'm not necessarily hungover, but I've been drinking the night before, I do not hold myself to that standard. That is why sobriety is so important to me, and I feel like it's connected of being sober and my boxing training. And I think the moment that I do say to my coach, hey, this is what I want to do with boxing, I'm not just here to train, I'm here to take it all the way. And that doesn't mean I want to make money. I don't necessarily want to make money boxing or anything like that, but I want to be a part of Fight Club. Coming from a girl who's never watched that movie or anything, but I want to be, I want to have an event. I want to be an amateur fighter. Not forever, but I want to train like that is what I'm doing. Like I'm going to take it all the way, because I don't want to do something half-assed. I don't want to do it all la-di-da. No, I've been there. I've done that. This I feel so focused and so driven on. And the improvement that I see in myself in the last 2 months is unbelievable. And the improvement that I see in other people, and just the growth, and just feeling more comfortable in the gym, and having people accept me as, she's a regular now. She's here. She's training. She can train 2 days a week, and it's outside of my mom role. It's really nice. And the only reason people actually know I'm a mom is because I saw one of the guys, and I want to give him a shout out in a moment, but I saw one of the guys out in public, and he's like, oh, you have a son? And I'm like, yes I do. And he brought it up at the gym, and I was like, no, I just didn't want anyone to know, but it was bound to happen regardless. But he today made me feel this is what made me feel very welcomed, and that it's confirming this transitional phase in my life, going from being a stay-at-home mom to now having purpose outside of my mom role. Don't get me wrong, I don't want to take away from that. My son is not a burden. He does not burden me, and he does not take away my time from anything in my life. He motivates me. I'm pumped for one day to be like, Mom, like I don't know what it was like growing up, but I see the home videos that you made. I see the photos that you took. I see the crafts, the endless crafts that we did, and the stories, and thank you. And thank you. And I hope he's like, yeah, you were badass. Thank you for boxing. Thank you for showing me that time is not a restraint. Take care of yourself. Yes, definitely take care of yourself. I'm not getting enough sleep. I'm sleeping 6 hours a night. I'm like, oh, it's December time, I'm just gonna eat a little bit more sugar. No, Jessica, snap the fuck out of it. No, I'm just kidding. But I am having a nice cup of broth because I can feel a little bit of a stuffiness coming on, but bone broth, baby, bone broth. Oh, that's good. It's still hot. But during this transitional phase of, is this really what I want to do? Like, is this for sure? I had somebody say to me, hey Jess, how's it going? And I was like, oof, just some home life stuff going on. He's like, you know what? That's always the best time to come here, is when you got shit going on and you drop that shit at the door and you're here to train. You know what? Because we don't always want to be here, but you know what? You get the most out of it when you show up and put your gloves on. Take your shoes off at the door, put your gloves on, and here we are. And just to have him, and then he was just giving me fist bumps like all night, and like, he's an older gentleman, he's not my age, I don't think he's trying to hit on me or anything like that. I have a pretty good spidey sense for that stuff now. I've been experienced a co-ed before. I know what it's like. I know I've been hit on. I get it. But just to have somebody say, hey, I fucking get you. And that's something that's been a theme on this channel as I've been sharing a little bit more about myself. I just want to feel connected. I just want to feel like what I'm going through, I'm not alone. My battle of wanting to be sober, my fight against depression and what that does to my sobriety, and and actively trying to be sober, and building a community, having that support system to just have somebody throughout the night. Hey, fucking kick ass. I know this is a new move for you. Fuck yeah, for doing what you're doing. And I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful for Creator for taking me on this path. And I'm not ready to talk about how I got on this path, but I'm just like, I'm really blessed, to say the least, that I have this and I have this opportunity, and I feel this strength. I feel this pride in myself, and got to check my ego, because you know we all got one, and you can use it or it can work against you and be self-destructive. But yeah, fucking, it's good. It's a good moment in time. So I thank y'all so much if you made it this far. Not to tell you what to do, but I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I love you. If nobody's told you that today, I love you, and make sure you tell somebody, because you never know when the last time is the last time. Not to get all dark at the end of this video, but you just never know. So, bye.